This is the second part of the Linear Data Deductions Take Steps project for grade 8. First, we have to make sure that we have a place for our files. Now, we've already made on your flash drive or in the file space or in your Dropbox a folder called Linear Data Deductions. We did that in the first part. Now, if you used a flash drive, make sure it's in the USB port now, because we're going to add some more files into our folder. Now, if you used Dropbox, get online and go to Dropbox.com and go ahead and log in using your email address and your WeList number as a password. And if you use file space, you're good to go already. So scroll down in your Dropbox and find the folder Linear Data Deductions. Open it up so when we get ready to upload to that, you're ready to go. See, we have our rubric in there already in the first part of our Linear Data Deductions project. Okay, now we're ready to open our Excel. Down in the bottom left-hand corner on the Start button, just click that. And if you don't see I see Excel right here, but if you don't see that, if you type EXC down here in your search bar, it'll come up. Okay, open Excel. Now we're going to save it right now. So click on File, Save As, call this Linear Data Deductions Part 2. And if you're using Dropbox to save things in, click on Desktop. If you're using File Space, find that and click it and open your Linear Data Deductions folder. If you're using a flash drive, find it and click on your Linear Data Deductions folder. Now, if that folder is open, it'll say Linear Data Deductions up here in the address bar. Do not click the Save until you see that if you're using file space or a flash drive. But I'm using Dropbox, so I'm going to click on Desktop and Save. Now, this is, we're going to compare house prices to square footage of houses. So we're going to do 50 of these. So I'm going to title my columns House, no, just put Price, and Square Footage. Okay, well actually in, they call it something else. The realtors call it something else. Something about living area or something. Okay, now, you see how this column is not wide enough to hold square footage. So we're going to put the mouse right between columns C and D and double click, and it'll move on over and it'll hold it. Now, click in A1, put a 1. If you put your mouse, see how my mouse turns into that plus sign? And if I move it up to the corner of this cell, A1 cell, it turns into just a plain black plus sign. Now, if I hold my control key down, you see that little plus sign coming on and off? Okay, if I hold the control key down, I have a plus sign there. That means if I click and drag down, it's going to automatically add another one to my 1 each time. See, this one will have a 2 in it, that cell will have a 3. Come on down to 50. Drag down until you see 50, because we're going to compare 50 houses. Okay, you'll be on row 51 because our column headings is in row 1. Now, let's make this a little prettier. Click in A1 and drag across to C1. And then let's add a little color to it. And let's make it the size of the font bigger. There we go. Which means we're going to have to double click where A and B come together, and double click where B and C come together, and double click where C and D come together. Alright, now for house 1, I went to a local grocery store and I found a Real Estate Today book from March 2013. Inside is all the real estate for a lot of different counties. So let's go online. I'm going to give you the address. Okay. Open a new window. I'll just use this window. I don't need it anymore. And type in Let me find it again. Okay. Type in www.wvrealtypros.com. Now, in the book, there's several different websites because there's several different realty companies that are represented in the book. But this is for West Virginia Realty Pros. This is the one I chose. But you can choose any one that you want and go to their website. Yeah, they each have a different website. Okay, now, to search the listings, I click on Search Listings right here. And there's a box here that says MLS number. Okay, one of the houses in my book that I picked out has an MLS number of 62714. Okay, I click that and I scroll on down and just click Search. And here's my house. Okay, I can click on click to view details or view details, and I scroll down and here's the price, $15,000, and this total gross LA, that's the square footage, 1243, because it means total gross living area. So $15,000. I go down on my taskbar and open my spreadsheet up. My first house price is $15,000, and my square footage was 1243, I think. Yep, 1243. Now, I'm going to make this smaller. I don't like it that big. Okay, that's better. Now, if we click in B2 and drag all the way down to our last number, which is 50, we can, right here where it says number in the number group on our home ribbon, click that down arrow and choose currency, and I'll change it all to money. Okay, let's pull that over a little bit. I think we'll need more room. Now I'm going to go back to the website. I'm going to find another. I'm going to back up. Wait, where can I? Okay, right here. I can put my MLS number right there. 62142 is one. And click go. It'll give me new house. Whoops, that one was not found, so I'll try a different one. 60680. And there's my next house. Okay, come down, click on, oh, it's already showing me the details. So this one is 139,000. I'll click on my spreadsheet. 139,000. Tab over and see what square footage is. 2240. Okay, then I'm going to B4. Alrighty, try a different MLS number. Keep doing this until you have 50 houses. 6, 2, 3. Right. 3. Here's my next house. 69.9 is the price. And the square footage is 1260. Okay, next one. Find a new MLS number. The prices are in our book, but the square footage isn't. Okay, this one's 324.9. Keep doing this until you get 50 houses. Now, I have gotten enough of these books for my entire class to use, but if you happen to not have the books, you can still go to the wvrealtypros.com, or there's another site. There's all kinds of realty sites. It's www.c21choice.com. realty.com, and that's Century 21. But any realty sites you'll be able to do this with. Okay, if you do not have the books to know what the MLS number is, all you have to do is click on search listings and then scroll down. We want residential and click on search, and you'll get a list of everything they have everywhere. And well, as you can see, the price will be there, but if you click details, that's where you'll get the square footage. So we want the details on this house. Okay, so if you don't have a book, that's what you can do. And then just scroll back up and click on next listing. Okay, I have all my data now, so I'm going to come back up to B2 and drag down to the last cell under square footage that I have data in. There we go. Okay, now on my tabs at the top, I'll click Insert and Scatter. I want the first one, and here's my plot. Now for my trend line, I'll put my mouse right on one of the plots, right click, add trend line, display equation on chart, and close. There's my equation. I'm going to bring it over here. Okay. Okay, now let's find the correlation coefficients. Okay, then I'm going to tab over. I'm going to tab over again because I don't want it to cover up my words. Now, formula always starts with the equals, the correlation, C-O-R-E-L, parenthesis, we have B2 colon B51 comma C2 colon C51 parenthesis and enter. Okay, our coefficient is closer to 1 than -1. It's closer to +1. So we do have a positive relationship between the price of houses and the square footage. Now remember I told you a 4-headed arrow will move something and a 2-headed arrow will resize. So let's pull this out so our numbers at the bottom's not going to be so squished up. Alrighty, there we go. Okay, now we've already saved this, so if we close it, it'll give us the option to save or don't save, and we do want to save. And that finishes the project. Now we just have to upload it to your Dropbox or save it where your file space and if you had a file space or a flash drive, you're finished. But if you need to save to your Dropbox, go to your Dropbox, log in with your email address and your WEVIS number. I think all of you were already logged in anyway, but then upload, choose file, go to your desktop, and then scroll down until you find your Excel file, part 2. Double click it, and click on done, and that's the end of Linear Data Deductions part 2.